When it comes to selling online, your product images are arguably the most important thing that matters. Now, I know, of course, you've got to have that beautiful product, but really it's the images that the customer sees first. That's how they connect with your product. That's how they connect with you. My name's Lena and welcome to the Handmade Daily. I'm the very proud owner of madeit.com.au with over 800 Australian artisans on the platform. And we're so much more than a marketplace. We really are a community of like-minded artisans. So if you're not already selling on Made It, where are you? What have you been doing? Come on over and check out the platform. Now, today I want to really jump into product images and really just the starting bit. And this is where I potentially see, I just see it so much on the platform, which I'm still really surprised at. And it's such an easy fix. And it really is in the lighting. Now, if you're watching this and you're already selling online, with these handmade dailies, right, the idea is that you're able to take the information and apply it directly into your business as well. So make sure that you're taking the time to check your images as well as we go through this. Now, my apologies, I have a cough lolly, but I just have the scratchy throat. But I'm here and we'll keep going through. Now, your lighting is something that can be really easily adjusted, but also easily missed. Now, often when we're using our smartphones to take the photos, and don't get me wrong, the ability for the cameras are so good now that really lighting should be a given. But I also understand that as a handmade artisan, you might be restricted as to where you can actually get your images. And the nuance as well is that when we go into crafts like jewelry, like silver jewelry, I see you, all the amazing artisans who are able to capture silver jewelry. There's really a fine art to it. But I'm a big believer in making sure that you're editing your images to have that nice bright light, but also that you're getting consistency across the lighting. Because when customers are online and they're having a look at your product imagery, right, as soon as they see something that gives them a little bit of doubt about what the truth is, it can stop them from wanting to add to cart. So when we're talking about lighting, what I mean by this is, let's say you've got 7 images on your product page because you want to have a minimum of 5, right? Minimum of 5 for all product shots. But let's say you've got 7, but if you've got different lighting in each one and you haven't corrected it a little bit, then it may look like, for an example, you're selling a red beanie, it may look like it's a different shade of red in each shot. So there's a couple of different ways that we want to be able to check the lighting. First and foremost, if you're selling in a marketplace or selling on a platform with other artisans, have a look at your product and how it shows up in a collection with other artisans, because that's one of the fastest ways whether you can check whether or not you've got your lighting right. And often what you might think is light and bright, but when it goes through and it gets uploaded online, the brightness can sometimes change. And of course, there's a fine line. We don't want the brightness to blow out so that the color does change in the product, but you still want to have that freshness. Now, even before you start having a look at your product, what I would encourage you to do, jump over to Made It. It's a really easy place for you to be able to see this firsthand. Go into a collection, any collection, and just want you to jump on your mobile as well and just scroll. Just scroll as if you're a customer, right? Because remember, it's at quite a fast pace when we're a customer. And just notice what you get attracted to. Because even in the product images that potentially have a dark background, you still want the product to bounce and to really have that lightness to it. And I can almost guarantee that you will stop on the items that have quite a light, crisp brightness to it, because that's really what we want to see. But also, if you are someone that wears glasses as well, and remember, many of your customers may wear glasses, having that lightness and brightness also makes it much easier on the eye to look at it. So that's just the first sort of exercise, to go through and see what you're attracted to and see whether it is those light and bright and crisp, clear photos, right, to begin with. Now, as far as with your images, what you want to do is have a look in a collection where you might be sitting alongside other artisans. Now, the best way I would suggest for you to check this is to go onto desktop. And we always want to make sure with that as well, that with our selling our products online, that we're constantly looking at what does it look like on desktop, what does it look like on mobile, and making sure that it looks good on both, because, you know, we know that customers are predominantly looking on mobile. Yet we still, especially on Made It, we still have a large proportion of customers who are checking out on desktop. So you want to make sure that they both work well, right? But when you're looking at a collection on desktop so that you can see multiple items, that's a great way for you to check your lighting. And just almost, I find that if I just squint a little bit, right, because it almost blurs out. So I'm not looking at the product, I'm just looking at lighting. And then you can get a gauge for where your lighting is sitting. Now, the next aspect as well for this is that you want to have a look at it within your own store. So if you've got your own website and that's where you're selling, then this would be the aspect that you would want to do. But again, you want to have a look at all of your product images laid out on your website or on your Made It store, and just sort of like squint out a little bit and have a look and go, is my lighting consistent across all of my products? Now, if you're new to really selling online, but also really wanting to master your product images, right? On Friday this week, I'm running a live masterclass, which is Intro to Canva. And if you're already using Canva, but not super proficient with it, I would highly recommend you come along. It's literally us on a live Zoom call for 75 minutes. It's jam-packed, but you get to do it as we go along throughout the class, but you get a recording of it afterwards. And you know what? I'm going to pop a discount code in the description as well so that you can jump on over and be a part of it. But it's a really fantastic session for you to understand how to edit these things as well. But let's go back to how you can test it. So those are kind of the 2 points that you really want to make sure that you're getting that consistency. And then the next part, again, this is really good to do in Canva. When you've got all the product images that you're going to have for one particular product, you want to do the same thing. Just sort of squint out, not look so close at actually what the subject is, and just have a look and see whether you've got that consistency of lighting. So that's it today for the Handmade Daily. Don't just stop the video and watch a new one. Switch this video off, jump on over and take a look at your product images straight away and try and get that view where you kind of come out a little bit and just have a look and check in to see what your lighting's like. Let me know how you go. And I'll see you again tomorrow for the Handmade Daily. Bye.